uh, uh, shake, 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 shake. We get it from my mama. Shake, shake. We get it from my mama.
Hey guys, it's two Melanin Mommies. This is Cicely.
Olympica.
And today we're just here to do a quick report going on about the coronavirus since it seems to have hit in Moreno Valley, California at March Airforce Base. So we just wanted to talk about a few concerns, what we've been reading in the news, the blogs, and Moreno Valley even has a page on Instagram and isn't it Facebook called Moreno Valley Matters?
Yeah.
And that's when I actually first heard about, I believe it was 95 people who were sent to March Air Force Base to be quarantined.
Which is technically right around the corner from our houses, so.
Walking distance. Really scary. It makes you even think about your kids going to school, what's really going on in the city, the county, the country, other countries. What's the deal?
But I'm glad that they actually, because they were flying into Ontario Airport, and so they took them and quarantined them at March Air Force Base. So I think that's a good thing instead of letting them, people loose.
And I think they were government officials. It was government officials that was brought to March Air Force Base and family members of government officials. And I remember when that first happened on Moreno Valley Matters, it was a lot of people on there saying like, oh, send them back to China. We don't want them here. And I had even read today, if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at a few notes that I took when I did more research. But it was saying that they were basically bullied. People were upset. I wonder what people actually seen them. Because I had wrote notes earlier from where I had did some research where it was basically saying families were verbally attacked in person and online.
Well, I saw some things. I don't even think these people had, you know how people get, like, especially Americans. But I don't even think they had anything to do with the coronavirus. I think that the fact that they were just Asian, and people were kind of saying like, I saw some Asian people. I saw a video where they were like and attacked the Asian people saying, oh, they were the ones bringing the stuff over here, like things like that. But again, I still feel like it was a good idea for them to quarantine them at the, at the base. I don't know, things happen. But we're just here to kind of, put a little bit out there about the virus, what you can do to protect yourself and your kids, just more like in layman's terms, for everybody who, listening to the news and things like that. We're just trying to give our take on it and what we found. And like I said, just because since we have some people quarantined literally right around the corner, so
that are leaving the base tomorrow.
Right.
As of Tuesday, they claim no one there has the coronavirus, even though there was a scare where there was a report that a child was taken to Riverside Medical Center in Riverside, but they said that there was no coronavirus. And then we read another report where there was another child who may have came up with the coronavirus, but they're claiming no one there is showing any signs of the coronavirus. So who really knows what to believe? As far as I know, there was a doctor even by the name of Dr. Lee Wenliang who had basically advised in December that there was going to be a coronavirus, and it looks like he ended up passing as of last Thursday from the coronavirus, if we can actually believe that, which is pretty shocking to me. But since we were actually starting with the March Air Force Base, I wanted Olympica to kind of give you guys a little tips on if we can even protect ourselves.
Well, so far what I've read, the symptoms of well, first let's kind of like get into the coronavirus. I don't know if people remember when we had the like SARS and the MERS outbreak. So they're saying that they're zoonotic, meaning that they're passed from animals to humans. So it could be like through meat, through like eggs, through milk, things like that. So the SARS was basically, they said it was like a like camel, came from like a camel. I'm sorry, no, the SARS came from like some type of cat. And then the Mars came from some type of like camel. And then this one, the coronavirus, is through also some type of animal, but it's always been known, but only in animals, never found in humans before until now. So, and the symptoms are just basic like cold symptoms, you know, cough, if you have a fever, just like basic,
flu.
right? Yeah, just basic common cold type of symptoms. So you want to keep, you know, if you do have a cough, you want to, you know, make sure, you know, you're checking your temperature, things like that. Basic ways that you could prevent things is same way as the common cold. Remembering to wash your hands, and then this is all in the notes. Wash your hands. Hand sanitizer. I gave some to my daughter today. I got this one from Bath and Body Works, but you can get them at Dollar Tree, 99-cent store, things like that. So I gave it to her to, you know, use at school. I told her to use it all day. If you're touching stuff, you're not able to go to the bathroom, you know, just kind of when you think about it, you know, rub some hand sanitizers on. But back to some of the symptoms. So it's like shortness of breath, fever, cough, and then more so severe cases, it can cause infection like pneumonia, severe acute respiratory syndrome, and kidney failure. So again, remember, wash hands, stay at least 3 feet from people that are coughing, that are sneezing, because that's really how you can breathe it in.
So it's viral.
Right.
Like a meningitis or
right.
things
Something
like that.
Flies, yeah, basically flies through the air and you breathe it in, basically. So everybody, I mean, it's still common courtesy to, you know, to cover your mouth. And then they're saying that we should also use the elbow of covering. So if if someone's coughing, to actually, yeah, instead of, you know, this, because
all the touching,
all of the touching and things like that. So
which is still really scary, because some parents still send their kids to school sick.
Right. But we just need to now, because like we said, we don't know how much is being covered up from the government. It seems pretty serious. A lot of cases over in China. So, and I know we have some cruise ships that are trapped and stuff like that, and it's Americans on there too.
I've even heard of some cruise ships where they're saying they actually found a coronavirus with some of the people on the cruise ship.
Right.
But now you're saying they're not going to be checking everybody getting off of those cruise ships.
Yeah, that's what I read, that they're not even going to test every person. And I know it's a lot of people on a cruise ship, but I would think in a time like this you would. But that's why too we want to commentate on it, because they're saying they're not even testing everybody off of the cruise ship. I guess they're going to just really mainly people that maybe have some symptoms. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I feel like they should be testing everybody, but you know, too. But again, and also prevention is raw foods. You guys have to be careful of consuming anything that is not cooked. You want to cook it to temperature. That includes, you know, your eggs. They're saying eggs. They're saying beef, anything like that. So you guys want to be careful not to cross-contaminate when you're, you know, even cooking, things like that. Because remember, this is supposedly transmitted from animals to humans.
So what happens with the sushi, for our sushi eaters? Should they be eating sushi?
I mean, well, they're saying be careful
with
the you know, raw stuff. But I mean, I'm thinking that it's more of meat, of you know, more found in meat. I don't think that it's really been any cases. So, because they says that strictly avoid any contact with any other animals like stray dogs, cats, rodents, birds, bats. So things like that.
That
so
we shouldn't be eating.
Like,
that
yeah,
I don't eat.
We shouldn't eat that.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm not taking it in.
Right.
I'm good.
Like, but I'm not, you know, I know that it's other cultures that do other things.
Do you?
And that's not what we're here, you know, to judge. But, you know, we're just, you know, just putting out, like I said, again, some things out there in layman's terms, you know, and just to be careful and protect yourself.
Well, back to the story I was discussing earlier about Dr. Li Wenliang. He was the original person who came out. From what I've read online, it looked like he actually messaged his medical school that he was an alumni of, and stated that 7 people from local areas had actually showed signs of SARS at the time, like illness, things like that. This happened actually in December before everything kicked up. Now we're in February of 2020, and he started discussing this in 2019. But I read a really good story that my husband told me about earlier, where there is actually this reporter who's been reporting there, and I believe his name is Chen, if I'm saying his name right, Qiushi. And he's a person who's been hitting the ground, reporting every day. They said he has this wide following of about 253,000 followers on Twitter and one of his other social media sites. And I guess over there they do have a censorship law where you're not supposed to discuss certain things on social media, but he has been doing that anyway. Well, it looks like the family says a couple days ago he was going to a hospital with a couple of friends and never returned home. So one of the friends in the article is trying to say that he's been taken to be quarantined, but they said normally when you are taken to quarantine, you do still keep your phone, but no one's been able to contact him. His mother even did like a social media live video on Facebook saying, help me find my son and things like that, because she does have concerns, and she knows that the government really isn't too happy with her son reporting on everything that has been going down there. So it's really sad, and I just wanted to bring that up just to bring some enlightenment that right now there are people, the doctor, he came up dead, and you even see that the reporter, he also now is missing, which is really sad to me. And his name is Chen Qiushi, Qiushi. So I know I'm not pronouncing that right at all, but let's just bring Chen back home is what I wanted to put out there, because you should be able to have freedom of speech. You should want to help people, let other people know around the world what is really going on, the same way that we're here to give our opinion, whether you want to listen to it or not, and our concerns.
Right. And I mean, you know, I get the government has their way of saying, oh, we don't want to cause panic and things like that, but we should also still be prepared. So again, arm your kids with hand sanitizer, arm yourself with hand sanitizers, not that expensive. Like I said, if you want to, you know, go bougie and smell good, you know, you can go to Bath and Body Works.
And they're not that expensive.
Right. Other than that, you can go to Dollar Tree and 99-cent store and all day long and buy it all. And, you know, just lots of hand washing, no raw meat.
And we just wanted to get an update since we live in Moreno Valley, California, like Olympica said earlier, right across the street. We're going to make this video short and sweet. Today we were actually drinking on a Blake Moore Pinot Noir made in 2014. It's actually a red, and today we just put some apples in it just to have happy hour. Olympica just got off work. I actually just finished cooking dinner for the family, but toodles, have a good night and protect yourselves. And once again, bring home Chen.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Please.
Please.
Share with your friends. Bye.
Smooches.